Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Are you encouraged yet? I am. I'm encouraging myself in the Lord. I'm so excited about what God is doing. I tell you what, I'm here at the church, me and Chad, putting this together. It almost makes me want to get up and run around this church. I'm so excited about what God is doing. And I hope that you are getting that very same fire on the inside of you. We are talking this week about the things I believe are important that we need about what God is doing at the moment. Are we hearing what the Spirit is speaking to the church right now? Are you really hearing? What do you got your ear to? Friend, I want to tell you, the Bible said in the last days there's going to be many voices, and they're all talking, and they're all saying something, but what are you listening to? See, I believe there's really three voices that we need. I got to be careful. I can get off track real easy, but three voices: either the Spirit of God is speaking, the devil speaking, or your own flesh is talking to you. But what are you hearing by the Spirit of the Lord? Second, are you seeing what the Spirit is doing by the eye of faith? And are you speaking, listen, what God is doing? Are you saying it before you see it? As I shared with you yesterday, you've got to say what you see in order to see what you say. I laid out some scripture to you from the book of Joel, from the book of Isaiah, from the book of Acts. I want to go back to the book of Isaiah, because this is what Isaiah said. He saw it. If anybody had a revelation of Jesus and a move of God, Isaiah saw it. He said, "Arise and shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. For the darkness will cover the earth, and a gross darkness the people. But the Lord will rise upon you, and his glory will be seen upon you." Now listen to this. "And the Gentiles are going to come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising." Listen to what he said. "Lift up your eyes and see all those around you. They gather to you. They are coming. Your sons and daughters will come from afar, and your daughters will be nursed at your side." That's what Isaiah said. He said, lift up your eyes. Get your eyes up off of this world. Get your eyes up off the problems. Get your eyes up off of the despair. Start seeing it. Start looking for it to come. He said, kings are going to come to the brightness of your rising. You know what I believe that speaks of? Listen, the more that you step into what God does, the more of the glory of God is radiating from you. It's like the scripture says in the book of Matthew, you don't light a candle and put it under a bushel. You don't hide it in the back room. You don't hide it under a cover. But the more you will begin to rise up and begin to declare, I believe it's just like it does something to that light that causes it to shine out, and people start gathering. He said, listen, your sons are going to come from afar. Some of you have got sons and daughters that are away from the Lord. You got family members that are not saved, not born again. You need to see them coming in right now. You need to make plans on them sitting next to you in service. You need to be making plans for a baptismal service with them. You need to be making plans for them to sit down with you at your table, asking you more questions than you could think of, because they're hungry now for the things of God. He said they're going to come. Listen to what he said. They're going to be nursed at our side. In other words, we're going to feed them. They're going to be asking. They're going to come hungry. And you and I are going to begin to pour out into them. He also went on to say, and the wealth of the Gentiles shall come to you. The multitude of the camels shall cover the land. You got to understand what he's talking about. When he talked about the multitude of camels, those were the trucks of that day. They were the ones bringing the gold, the silver. They were the ones bringing the precious jewels. God said, I didn't say it. Isaiah saw it. He saw it by faith. He saw it in the Spirit of God, had him pin it, that the Gentiles will come to you, or the wealth of the world is going to come. I believe we're here at the moment of the great wealth transfer that's been prophesied for years. I know what you're saying, but Pastor, the economy, but Pastor, this political arena, but Pastor, all these issues that are going on out here. Listen, friend, what are you going to pay attention to? Are you going to heed what God is saying? Are you going to let this world start dictating to you, and you're going to live by the system of the world instead of by the covenant of a God that cannot fail?